Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode on the GB Fantasy Football channel. The time has finally arrived. The game is here, but only if you search it in a certain way. It's been such a long wait. Thankfully, it is finally upon us. I think FPL won't be too far away either. So, we're going to be taking a deep dive into what this game has to offer us this season. Sun Dream Team is finally here. But before I go any further, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Be greatly appreciated. We had a fantastic season last year. Can I replicate it again? It's going to be difficult, it's going to be tricky, but we're going to do our best. Please do drop a thumbs up on the video as well. Get the video out there to all you Sundry and team lovers. Before further ado, let's crack on with the video. So for all you new players, you do indeed have 100 million budget. This is the same as every other season, at least from what I remember, that is. I've only been playing 1 year, hopefully many more to come. 100 million budget spread across 11 players. You can choose your formation, you can't have more than 3 attackers, and you can't have more than 5 defenders. You want a blend, you want a few players who are going to play in that Carabao Cup semi-final, which is always a risk due to rotation, and you also want to set your team up, especially this season, for the long-term fixtures, that is. Now, the first few things for this season, booster-wise, we have the 3 from last season. We have 12th man, we have goal bonus, and we have max captain. These bonuses and boosters can only be used once in the season and they will not replenish at all throughout. However, brand new to this season, we have a new one called Substitute. Now, this is a bit new to me. I'm still trying to get used to the fact that we might be able to sub in a few players. So if I get anything wrong, it will be corrected in due course. Now, this is a brand new 4th booster. I believe we are able to use it up to 5 times per season, but you cannot activate it if you have a booster already acted in that game week. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this. This is giving me a bit of FPL vibes. I know it's not quite a bigger squad compared to previous seasons, but I think some of the fun in Sun Dream Team is that you have to find a balance between those nailed assets, but also people that you feel like could go explosive, but are not necessarily nailed on every week. I think this substitution booster kind of leans a bit too much into that, but we'll see how it plays out. The way that the booster works is you can bring in a 12th man, but it's not quite a 12th man. He comes in, he plays. If your player isn't playing, you can only bring this brand new player in if he hasn't played in that game week yet, and it will also deactivate your vice captainship for that week. That's a big thing for me. If your captain's not there, your vice captain is always a great backup. Now, the budget for this player is dependent on your team. If you have a lot of excess transfer budget available, it means that you can bring in a player that might be higher valued than the one that you already had in your team for that week. Now, once again, can it be a good idea to do this? Is this encouraging us to leave a little bit of money in the bank? So just in case we can bring in an asset that potentially we might not have had our eye on at the start of the week. It's going to be intriguing to see how it plays out, but I am excited to see a new booster into the mix. Prize money wise, it seems like it's broken down a little bit differently this season. Now, they told us that the prize money was going to be boosted ahead of the new game season, and it has been. First place this year, £60,000. Significant increase from last season, but I always thought that was going to be the case, especially with the brand new influx of players, myself included in that. But with games such as Sky Fantasy not really, well, getting discontinued basically, there was extra players available to this game. We then had 15,000 for second and 5,000 for third. Now, if you've seen on the channel previously, I did indeed finish third in the world last season. So to see the prize money going up from £1,000 to £5,000 is a bit of a kick in the teeth. Granted, the £1,000 was still really nice, but I'd have loved the 5,000 instead. And it seems like it goes from 3,000 in 4th position, 2,000 in 5th, And then from 6th to 10th, instead of 11th place this season, it's £1,000. So a lot more cash in the pool this season. And I think it's going to make it even more competitive, which is what we all like to see. Finally, for the new rules this season, it's one of the bigger ones, in fact. It is the transfer allowance. Now, I spoke about this a little bit when the news first came out a few months back, but we've got more clarity on the situation. Now, I'm going to double check here because I don't want to get this wrong. This is major news. Every manager is allocated 2 additional transfers for each new game week. New this season, any unused transfers will roll over to the next week, and it is possible to bank them for future use. For example, if you use one of 2 available transfers, one will roll over and you will have 3 next week, which is big, big news. If you use one of your transfers this season, you couldn't carry them over. You was down a transfer, you was always fighting against the tide. I think this is great, great news. It then goes on to say the maximum number which can be rolled over is 4. No manager can have more than 6 transfers available in any game week. So that's 3 consecutive weeks of no transfers being made, and then you cap out at 6. I do feel like this is the very most that they could go cap wise. I feel like 8 would be too much. It would be similar to a wild card on other games. So 6, especially if you get to that 6 mark, you can use a couple here and there, keep your squad freshened up, and then if there's a big double or there's a team that we really need to target, that's when that 6 transfer max cap will come into play, and I think it's really, really good. Going forward, it's going to make the start of the season a little bit differently. Will we go for them players with the 0.3 rise, or will we go more long term in the fact that we're planning further forward? We won't want to use those transfers, and come game week 3, game week 4, can we have 4 or 6 transfers in the bank? I think that might be the way forward. And that concludes the first video of what is many to come this season. I'm extremely excited, I can't lie. It's been a long wait between the final game of last season in Sun Dream Team and this one. I'm glad it's back. I know it brings us all sorts of emotions, but I kind of miss it when it's gone. You may be treated to a double upload today, and that will consist of my first draft. So do keep your eyes peeled for that one in due course. Don't forget to check out the socials in the description below. We've got TikTok, we've got Instagram, we've got X. There's so much coming on there, so please do go drop a follow and do subscribe to the channel. We are closing in on 50 in what is to be a very big season ahead. Thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. I'm excited. Are you? Leave a comment down below if you are buzzing for the game to be back. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in a new video very soon.